Okay, so I want to let you know the significance of what I just captured. Still images of group stalking. So the method employed right now, the entity again amplifies plane activity while I'm in my office. So you can hear the plane. This is ongoing terrorism by the entity that's group stalking and monitoring you. And then the people of the state, 1812. This resident, I believe her name is Kum Lee. She goes to the laundry room. A series of doors are closed inside of the laundry room. This is amplified audible activity while in the path. This is demonic. It's with simultaneity to the entity that's amplifying plane engines that are in relevant position, group stalking in the sky, and doing so in the specific environment. Amplified audible activity in relevant position in the engineered light. It's P.O.C. It's demonic activity as well, and it's occurring with simultaneity. So I took images of this group stalker that walks out of the laundry room. She walks in. By the way, let me be very clear. The entity that is not only demon possessed, but also aware of the fact that it's being documented, more often than not, very often you can have, and this is in no way affecting the documentation, you capture who's in your path and they'll be prosecuted. It's an entity. It's not an individual. Okay. They're all acting together. So you'll have a group stalker that'll go in, and that's actually the one that's amplifying the noise that you hear in the laundry room. It also goes the pattern of conduct, which is demonic, just because you are hearing the laundry doors. All right. The entity is not necessarily even present in the laundry room. Amplification, remember that. The entity is at a great distance in a helicopter, and yet it's amplified. It's even vibrating my apartment. This is entirely demonic, so keep this in mind. Now, the entity walks into the laundry room, and I capture Kum Lee in relevant position. I hear the laundry room door close, so I go to get the image of this demon, whichever one it is. They're group stalking with the state. The entity's group stalking in the sky space, amplifying plane. It's the same exact P.O.C. that the third party's just engaged in with a minor in the black vehicle crossing path. Simultaneity of amplified audible activity in the engineered light. So you have what is in the laundry room, amplified audible activity, slamming the doors on the dryers and the washers in the in relevant position. The laundry room is in alignment to me. Of my office. They're all in engineered light, okay? And the entity is group stalking by plane at the same time, or at least amplifying plane activity at the same time. The entity is always group stalking by plane and helicopter. I just want to let you know that. The entity engages in the creation, the method, in other words, of amplified plane and or helicopter activity. The entity is always engaging in surveillance and group stalking in the airspace, always. They maintain ongoing presence. They are obsessively stalking and maintaining and keeping an American citizen under surveillance. The entity engages in creating the method. It's nothing other than a method of amplified audible activity to hear it. Okay, so I just need you to expand your mind and understand what the demonic is engaging in, and the purposes within the system of criminal monitoring, the purposes that serves. All right, so anyway, this is Kum Lee engaging in terrorism, engaging in what is federal group stalking and monitoring, facilitation of federal group stalking and monitoring. That's what a third party does. It's a facilitator. It's an enabler by the state. While you live at the property, you're a facilitator and an enabler. And by the way, the demon possessed are not coincidentally engaging in conduct that just so happens to facilitate that. They're not in an environment where you have light bouncing off like lasers, and they're all in it as though it's not. They are aware. This is the demonic. All right. Under federal law, you're going to treat them. You're going to disregard their demon possession. You're not going to put that in federal legislation, but you are going to, you will reference the demented behavioral pattern. It's very twisted. It's demented. You can reference this with specific terminology, and this is you understand what they're doing, but there's a way to legislate around the demonic. It's entirely demented. It's sick. It's twisted. It's disturbing. It's sociopathic. It's psychotic. Okay. Those are terms that anybody in the secular can understand and reference. And this is also established by their pattern of conduct, period. Okay. But I want to be clear. That was just another iteration of the same. And as I capture Kum Lee crossing path after having walked out of the laundry room, and this is a reasonable assumption based on the audible activity heard in the laundry room and the laundry room door closing, and then I'm seeing her directly in my path. That is a reasonable conclusion. But even if it was another group stalker, understand, and they walk the opposite direction, Kum Lee is a group stalker. It's one entity. I'm documenting the entity. They're acting as one. So understand that as well. The Kum Lee is group stalking with the state, and the method is closing the laundry room washer and dryer doors, amplified audible activity, amplified plane activity. The entity's group stalking above me. The entity's group stalking in alignment with me, into me on the ground at the property. And then as I capture Kum Lee in operation of my communication device, in other words, right immediately as I turn around, you always have a demon that's there. You see the same group stalker in the black vehicle that was present crossing path moments earlier in the black vehicle in the presence of a minor. I believe that is 1816 number 4. Let me make sure. 1816 number 4 is, oh, no. 1816 number 4. No, not 1816 number 4. It is 1814 number 6, excuse me. That's who, if I recall correctly, the black vehicle. And I can confirm that, but I believe that's the resident. But this is just, again, don't get lost in the trees. This is an entity. And I will specifically document I do that because I am being so thorough. The ordinary target individual does not have to do this. The ordinary target individual is inundated, overwhelmed, okay, being terrorized, and does not even have the ability necessarily to even understand what's going on, okay? I am doing what the ordinary target individual does not have a responsibility to do. I'm, number one, establishing the fact that group stalking is real and it's committed by a government, and the government does it with the people. And all that they have to do is speak to actually what they're experiencing, what they're surrounded by, who's doing it, because the federal government now, and it's going to be a matter of common public information, what group stalking is and the environment that you're in when it's happening. It's no longer maintained as a fallacy. That is what is empowering the ordinary target individual to do. Okay, I am going to name group stalkers by name, by address. They will be identified on the world scene as engaging in terrorism. They will be identified as the domestic terrorists that they are, the enemies in the U.S. This is supposed to be a free country. No, I'm going to take that back. This is a free country. Okay, and so while they don't respect the laws, I'm going to enforce the laws that they do not regard. All right. And you do away with those that don't even have any basis of presence in this country. And I say that not being one that has any hatred toward those of a different ethnicity or heritage. I love diversity, but let me be clear. I am in no way going to, first of all, negotiate with a terrorist, a demon-possessed one who has every intention to terrorize another American citizen. Yes, we can go back to the very beginning. You don't even belong here, while you're here violating the constitutional rights and the human rights of another, one who does belong here. Okay, so yeah, that's why I speak in those terms, but do not be confused. This is no hatred is coming out of my heart. This is based on the crime that a people are committing and doing so under the guise of being this is the malice of that system. That's not an individual operating in the Bill of Rights or constitutional rights. This is a state actor in a specific environment, and they're trying to torment another person. And so they're doing it to me, and I'm showing you what they're doing, and I'm going to prosecute it, and I'm going to teach other people how they can do it, and they don't have to do nearly as much as what I have done. Because I'm being thorough, and I'm establishing precedent, and I'm establishing what's going to be a foundation upon which American citizens can build off those who are subject to this criminal system. It's currently 8:45 a.m. This is P.O.C.